Alright, so today was work day, first day back in like 4 days. And I noticed something actually. I was looking in my engine bay and got the hat on. There's a brake line right there. It's a splitter. I don't know if you can see that, but this line is like super corroded. This line isn't bad. That one looks fine, honestly. I think I'm gonna replace this one, which means I have to get that off. I got some oil put on there, let it soak for a little bit, and hopefully I can get that off because it's been on there like 30 years. But I've found with a lot of European cars that a lot of the bolts, brake lines, they're like good quality compared to like Japanese, and they usually come off. So I'll let that sit for a second and see what I get. I also got this little guy. It's a brake line end, and it's just like the end of a brake line. I cut it off and I TIG welded it, and when I take that line off, if I get it off, I can put this in there and cap it off, and the brake fluid won't just leak out the whole time I'm at the store and bending up the current one that's on here. And this is a good little guy to have. And if you're on the road and your caliper sticks, or your piston freezes, or your pins, or you can block the line off and just take basically your whole caliper out of the system, and it'll get you to where you need to go. Got it off. I am hyped right now. It's pretty nasty. And just this one too, like the other ones are fine. But this one is like really corroded. I don't know if you can see how bad it is. But if this were a Japanese car, this would not come off. I don't know about American cars, but it came off. And Advanced Auto has like flanged, like they're flared at the end, and they have the 10x1.0 fitting on them, and they're a mix of copper and nickel, and they say they don't rust. And they also don't rust from the inside out because the brake fluid holds moisture and it sucks up water, and you can rot from the inside out. So I'm gonna go see what they have. I'll get back with you. Alright, so they ended up having the line, and it's about the same length, same threads. I got a little bit of anti-seize on there. The ends are the same. The part number CNE312, I think. And this will be good for the right rear brake line from the splitter over to the caliper. So let's put this thing on. New day today. Never showed you guys this brake line. Hold on. That went on there super easy. I think I'm going to take care of some of this wiring that I got and try to clean some stuff up to make this look more professional when the engine's all together. So I'm gonna clean this up. I need some electrical tape and solder. That took entirely too long. This guy in there, I was looking in the electrical department, and dude, I kept looking in the electrical, and I asked him for solder, and he told me in the plumbing department. And I said, well, I need it for electrical. He's like, no, it's all the same. And I was like, okay. And I went and looked, and they don't have solder in the plumbing department for electrical. If you solder electric, you need solder with rosin core. And in the plumbing department, it's not the right kind of solder. So I went back to the electrical, and I had to ask this guy, and he finally referred me to like the hardware, like hand tools and stuff, and they had soldering guns there. I ended up asking him for soldering guns because I knew the solder would be by it, so he didn't refer me to the plumbing section as well. So I got it, and we are ready to do some stuff. Kitty, are you hot? Huh? Well, you're black and the sun will just melt you. He's hot. Guess who crapped on my van? This thing's got to go in today. I've been slacking kind of bad. But I mean, life just happens, you know? It's not... You can't always get stuff done on time. You got stuff to do, you got people to see. Alright, so I just thought of something that I haven't done yet. This engine is EJ20. They don't sell EJ20s in the States. So I don't know necessarily what timing belt to get when this needs replaced, and it has 50,000 miles on it. So I have 50,000 more before the timing belt's due. And what do I buy? So I think I'm going to take this cover off, this inspection cover, mark one of the teeth on the belt, count all the teeth, and then come over to this engine, which is my old engine, which is an EJ22, which they do sell in the US. I'm going to take this cover off, and I'm going to count these teeth, and if they're the same amount of teeth and the same tensioner style, which I'm sure they probably are, then I know what timing belt to get. Because right now I'm lost, and I don't want to order one from Australia or anything, or Japan. If I can get just a regular timing belt kit and know what engine to buy it for, it's not that big of a deal. So I'm gonna count these teeth real quick. $223 teeth. That took a while. Alright, so over to this engine. Take this off, turn it over, count the teeth. Actually, I'm gonna do this later because this engine's gonna be sitting here for a while. I'm just really trying to get this engine in. The only thing I really have to do, okay, on this, I probably already said something. Anti-seize, 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 anti-seize. You have to put it in this because it's bare steel and rust, and you will never get this thing back apart. So you got to put, whoa, anti-seize in it. And I don't know. What else I have to do? Whoa, hold on. I don't know what else I have to do. I got me a new coolant hose on here. I'm super hyped about that because I had the original one on there. It was super flexible. I don't know where it is, but dude, it had to go. And cleaned up all my wiring, starter wiring, and I'm gonna put like the little shielding, like this loom stuff on everything. My goal is to have everything clean. Like clean. No wires hanging or like bare. I want this to be professional, legit, because this thing cannot be breaking down on me. I did touch up the paint. It looks super good. All right here, it was all chipped up. You can kind of see like the little marks, but it was all chipped up from me putting the engine back in. I got it all painted black, and This time is nice because everything will line up, all the connectors will connect, and the linkage is good. The last time I put it in, nothing lined up because this engine was not supposed to be in this car. So it took me forever, months. And now, like, everything is gonna like hook up where it should. And all my CV, everything's good. I do need to replace an oil filter on this engine, put new oil in it. I tightened up my oil pan bolts because I let the sealant dry without tightening it, with just barely snugging them up, and now I can make a, yeah. And so I need to make the bracket for this. Probably like go off that little AC just to make the license plate, so I don't know where exactly it's gonna go, but I need to put wheels back on the skateboard so I can roll this engine into the car. And it should clear now because this lower oil pan will provide clearance for the fan so it can get up under there. And I should make it. And it will provide like a good jacking point. Just put a piece of wood under it with the jack up there and it should raise it up, no problem. So I guess I'm gonna try to get this engine in. I still need to come up with some kind of headers because this engine has dual port, the other single. I did order some material and 304 stainless, and I'm gonna have to take up some 2-into-1, like that's gonna be covered later. All right, let's get this thing. All right, so I got this heat shield on that like keeps the heat out of the timing belt cover because timing belt covers plastic, and the exhaust is right behind it. So got that on, and I got wheels. Man, this skateboard didn't have wheels on it. I had to find some random wheels, and you're gonna set it on the skateboard and roll it right in, and then lift it back up, and it makes life easy. So let's do it. It sucks being alone because everything you need someone could be getting it for you, but you have to get it alone. And this engine doesn't move itself. You have to move it, you have to jack it up, you have to align all the holes. It sucks. So basically what I'm saying is, it is June 4th, 2017 at about 1 o'clock. If you're not doing anything, help a brother out. Alright, I completely forgot about this, but there's a hole in my frame back there, and that shift linkage on the transmission has to go in there. So basically it has to go, there's a hole, and the shift linkage has to go in, and then this has to come up, and I have to not beat that shift linkage on that hole, and everything's got to be stable, and I'm by myself, and I'm hot, and I need a shower, and I'm hungry, and this sucks, but I gotta do it because I want to do something with my life. Alright. So after like literally, I don't even know how many times, getting up and down off the ground, rolling around on that creeper on this blacktop, which is not the prime roll around creeper to be rolling around on. I got one bolt in through the front of the transmission, and now I gotta get these guys up on them mounts. It's close. Same with these over here, and then there's that guy and that guy. Hook them up, put the bolts through. This is coming off. I cut my hand pretty good the other day. Actually, while it was machining the exhaust flanges for the exhaust, stainless steel ripped me clean open, and it hurts, dude. Like, I don't know if it's starting to get infected. See how it's like red around there? Like maybe a 4mm radius. So circumference around the cut, it hurts. My band-aid just fell off. That was the last one. So I need band-aids too if you come by. This back one has to be up in order for that to go through. Where's this one? Okay. 4. Quattro! Yay! So, that is, I don't know if this thing will rotate or not. Just do it like this. Dude, 4. I only got one more. Right. But, it's pretty much in. There we go. I'm ready for bed. I know it's only 2 o'clock. Basically, let's see what this thing looks like. What's in there? EJ20 is N, which means I need a break. GoPro, stop recording. Alright, so I got everything all in, and I guess now I just gotta start like connecting things. Basically just hook everything back up, hook the CV joints back up, check this oil pan out. Now it does look like it's a little crooked. The engine needs to yeah, definitely. Because there are slots in that engine mount, and you can adjust where the angle of the whole engine and everything. Actually, I might wait to tighten that up because I think I'm gonna go off the exhaust. Because if I tighten it up now and the exhaust is like way crooked, it's not gonna look right.